you'll see that it will take a couple candles to confirm that mean reversion is in progress, and then it will complete that mean reversion at some point before it hits that third band again.
Okay. Okay.
Now you can and by the way, the second band is 95.5% of the time that will happen, and the first band is 68.3% of the time that it will happen. So that's why I like to use the 99.7, because it's like when it touches that 99.7, you've got an extremely high chance a mean reversion is about to happen. Hey, Bilbo in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, that's switch off.
Tick removal, baby. Tick removal. I got my fucking headlamp. I just got this damn tick off the dog. Give me a second. I gotta burn this thing in the fires of hell.
Good stuff.
Jesus Christ, what a life.
Bro, I just found a giant flea the size of that thing was so big it had its own zip code, man.
Damn.
Because my dog was walking around outside in some place like whatever. There's a bunch of other dogs and whatever. He must have gotten one bounced off of the dog and gone onto him. So I found that and just took that off.
Death to tick.
Not easy to find a flea on a Saint Bernard, but the damn thing was walking on the white part of his fur. So spotted, caught, dead.
What a train wreck. Right before I was getting ready to stream, I'm petting the dog and I'm like, what the hell? There's a tick on my dog. Man, it's 30 degrees outside. These things are trying to survive. Holy shit.
Here it's like 30 degrees Celsius or something. Oh, it's hot here.
Yeah, hot there, cold here.
Yeah.
Tail of two pieces of dirt.
Tail of two. It's like 83 degrees here right now.
Wow, I wish.
28 Celsius, 83 degrees.
I wish. Yeah, what, early afternoon?
Definitely t-shirt weather.
I'm in a hoodie and a hat. Inside.
Yeah.
Inside.
Yeah, man. Vastly different place. I can tell you that when it's very cold and rainy around here, you usually have less crazy stuff happening.
That's good.
Usually. Normally, because the people that we are dealing with don't always have the best equipment to deal with that inclement weather compared to us. So
right.
They typically avoid silly nonsense during the bad weather. But when you're in the thick of something crazy like we have now, I don't think weather is going to make much of a difference.
Yeah, no kidding.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Hey.
Hi, friends.
Hello, little friend.
I'm watching you live on my phone.
You're speaking Spanish over there.
Hello. Spanish? We got Spanish going?
Didn't she say hola, amigos?
She did say hola, and then she said she's watching the live on her phone.
Hola, amigos. Nice.
I also know French.
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
A little bit. She's learning it slowly but surely.
Oui. Oui. So.
All right.
Wow. Of course, I'm going to start here with Solana. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, that's it.
Good stuff. Solana doing something different. Pretty much of the big cryptos. Yeah. Top 10, Solana's putting in some work. I don't think anything else is up. Let me check something real quick. Coin market.
Ada's doing a sneaky run, bro. I didn't think it would actually.
Ada is doing a sneaky run. Yeah, but I'm talking about last 7 days. Ada's up 6%. Solana's the one making a sneaky move, up 35.36% in the last 7 days. That's all I was saying. That Solana's leading the top 10, no doubt about it. It is just moving. But Cardano, huh? Yeah, Cardano had a nice little pump.
Charles is happy.
Charles, I'm sure he's out playing with his bison. I bet it's cold there, too.
I bet.
And his big-ass ranch. Yeah, and XRP.
Have we got some ADA bags, or do we not believe in the coin? Because I'm thinking of shuffling into it. I want
Ada?
like 5,000 points.
Yeah, I'm not in it right now.
Ada's nice. I like Ada.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it at all. No, it's good, actually.
I'm
It's
gonna
going to
go-
be one of those
I got
ones.
like hold because when the trading times are good, but like not a huge amount or something.
Yeah. When it's all said and done, Cardano, Solana, Bitcoin, right? They're all going to be around. Probably XRP.
Yep.
I said probably XRP.
Yep. Yep. Probably.
Yeah.
And there's always going to be enough suckers to feed some Ponzi like Tron.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that thing is the fact
maker,
it's even in the
the
top
maker
10.
would call it a Bitcoin, right?
What the hell is
Justice.
Toncoin? What the hell this thing pop out of? Toncoin? The hell is Toncoin? Toncoin? Whatever the hell it is. Number 11.
Yeah, Toncoin. Yeah, I've seen that.
Friend of Chainlink and Poly. Polkadot.
Yeah.
Polkadot's another good one too.
Yeah, for now, yeah.
Yeah, you know. Polkadot, Cardano, smart guys that left Ethereum.
BNB is just because they're the token of the most liquid crypto exchange, so they're always going to be a top coin because people are going to use it to trade. So okay, that doesn't mean it's a great coin or anything. It's just it's the token of the biggest crypto exchange.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great until funds are no longer seifu.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like FTT, basically.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Down.
I will say that Solana's got some untouched targets here. It's got a whole bunch of weeklies and dailies, all the way from 20 to like minus 14% from where we are, minus 20% from where we are.
The only thing I'm looking at is the top of that monthly. I've been squawking about 35 and a half. Because I know you like the center of dailies, but all those dailies you're talking about, those things got tested, in my opinion, to the top side. But we all have different perspectives of this. So, but do I think Solana's pulling back to $20? Nah, not unless crypto just crashes. It's not happening. Solana's doing something different right now, man. I do think this $35 range is going to get tested, though. I'm going to knock out some of these over-leveraged longs here real quick. Is it going to happen today? Don't know. Starting to get a little pullback now, aren't we? He said, I want to talk about my $20 daily ranges. No, it's all good. There's stuff all over the place. Yeah, 100%. There's things happening. What did the dollar do overnight? Pullback, huh? It's a pullback. I was almost up at 107, was it not? Damn, Dixie. Hello, Dixie. Dixie Doodle Dandy. Got all the macro volatility above. Boy, this is ugly. Yeah, Dixie got itself in some trouble. Wow. It was up there running around the 1SD to the top side yesterday above all that macro volatility. Man, had a little gap down right to the center of the monthly and then came back up to test it and just rejected. Yeah, the 95 Forward Laplace second standard deviation right now. 95.4% chance that the dollar found its low today. And it's early. Hell, 20 minutes before market open. This thing could definitely pop out here. Man. Now it got me going over here to look at the dollar. So we had that little crashy poo. Let me look at this thing. 45. Let's start up here on the 4 hour. Oh man, there was a bunch of bear div. Yeah.
And you'll notice that it's starting to walk into trend on the 4 hour. It's already there on like the 2 hour.
Yeah, it's starting. You're definitely sloping that way. Indeed. Not blue yet. It's starting though. It's in a light trend for sure. Now, if this was expanding volatility here on the 525 positively correlated, yeah, or negatively correlated expansion, that would definitely be in trend, but it's contracting positive. What do you got? 2400. 2400 is expanding negative. Sure. 20 and the 981 is expanding or negative. So yeah, all three lengths on the 4 hour saying down. So what do we got? Down. Volatility is great. See here, there's no bull div on the, well, this 4 hour candle hasn't closed yet. This thing were to pull up, there would be. Not happening yet, though. What's this daily look like? What's this thing? Up at the top side of the power mean band. Well, I'll tell you what, man, this dollar looks like it's getting ready to flip around here. Let me start moving back to the downside. You're almost at the daily wave trend now. Last time it tested, boy, it popped from what, 105.5 all the way to almost 107. Yeah, could get another pop here. Could get another pop. Like I said, 4 hour. There's no bull div. Let's see. Let's see where the bull div's setting up at. I got a little bit starting on the 90. I want to see returns oscillator up, and they're just not right now. They are just not. I mean, there is some bull div. There's no doubt about it. It's just setting up. Just setting up, not playing out yet. And I've been keeping tabs on the conversation we got going with I think Django. Yeah, just about people always trying to find tops, find bottoms, shorten them, longing them, whatever they're doing. You got to be careful. Got to be careful out there, because there is no way in the world, unless it's just a low time frame scalp, that I'd be messing with Solana to the downside. I know I flipped real quick. Let me go back to Solana. Let me check this 15-minute. So I'm really not caring too much what the dollar's doing. Let's see. Yeah, this kind of a mess, man. It's still trending the downside, I would imagine. Where's that 4 hour wave trend? But that baby's getting tested here real shortly. Or not for daily, sorry. Daily wave trend. I'm like, whoa, it's below that. Yeah, I mean, it's almost there. 0.723. Wouldn't be surprised to see this thing drop another 10th. Hit this daily wave trend. It's really looking like that's where it's going. Let's see if there's some I'll check it out on the VR or on the RMLRs real quick. Let's see if there's got a little mean reversion happening here.
When we talk about finding tops and bottoms,
Yep.
You don't start with the question of, okay, is it going to turn around? You start with the question, will there be continuation? You start with that question first, right? Because that's where the momentum is taking the price. So whether it's going up or down, you ask whether there's continuation first before you say, okay, is this going to flip? So it's more of a psychological thing that I've had to learn too.
Oh yeah.
You're always trying to find the top, right? That's where it's going to flip. But you always ask first, will it continue? The momentum, the ball is in the up or down court, right? So
Yeah.
They have possession of the ball. It's going to keep going.
Let me see here. Wow. So went up.
You're on Dixie. We're looking at Dixie right now.
Oh, I know. I'm looking.
Okay.
I said I was going to look at Dixie real quick on the RMLR to see about some mean reversion happening. Went up to the 68.3 Laplace. This is a 5-day too. Pulled back. It's below the 68.3 Laplace now, running to, I mean, we got a 5-day 105.4. That's only, bam, not as far as I thought. 95.4 Laplace on the 5-day. Yeah, that's what I was looking. Look, this thing just ripped up above the RMLR. Pretty much went sideways for about 2 weeks, right into mean reversion. Now it's below it. Brainer, where's this 33 at? Damn, Dixie could be getting ready to 102.4. What's this daily look like? Below it, where is the 30? Above. All right. Let me leave both these on for a second. Yikes. Yikesy. Is that the low length getting ready to cross down? No. But it is looks like it's going to reject off the 30. You can see a little bit of future we got going here. Not bad. You're already at the 2 SD band. And I'm telling you, almost at that daily wave trend. About a 1/10 of a point down here. Yeah, I think this thing's about hit as low for the day. All right, let's get back over on the powerhouse that is Solana. Pulling back right now, $43. It's awesome. We're saying, hey, we got a pullback on Solana to $43. Like, what? If you were in a time capsule for 2 weeks and you just popped out, you'd be like, what the hell's going on here? Solana? Wasn't it just at 20? Yeah, it's moving.
Somebody somewhere in the world is waking up from a coma, wondering about their Solana short.
Oh, ouch. Or they can't find it because they're liquidated, probably.
As long as they've been in a coma for about a year and a half, they're fine.
Yeah.
Just take profit.
Yeah, 100%.
That's hilarious.
I mean, here's a 4 hour. You'd wick down right to the RMLR. You can see how this is shaping up. This is what is the 4 hour going to close below that RMLR here at some point. That is the low length. And you've got the 30 down here. The 30 is down here around that untouched top of the monthly. I'm telling you, man. I know people are pretty bullish. We know here, though. That's why you always hear us talking about mean reversion. That's why we're really not too far off. It's just when. That's where you need the workflow.
Can you go back to your RMLR?
Yep. Yeah. Boom.
So that candle right there will close in what, 2 hours ish sometime?
The 4 hour? Yeah, 2 hour 43 minute.
Yeah. So when that closes, though, even if it stays above it, the next candle will most likely be underneath RMLR when the next candle opens.
Oh,
so
100%.
That's where you want to see if there's going to be volatility upwards to get back on top of the RMLR. If not, then you'll probably start to see mean reversion on Solana.
Yeah, unless this thing pumps to like 44.6, the new 4 hour candle is gonna open up below the RMLR. That's what he's saying. And it is for sure. That's what having a future projection, very powerful. Which I agree. So you finally, this thing's coming down. Boy, I don't see it happening, to be honest, unless this thing just rips back up. You almost got 3 hours. Anything can happen. I'll tell you what, if it leaves that wick behind and turns this thing as a little bullish doji, here we go. And open up a candle back up above. Pretty powerful. Because if this thing does, when this closes below the RMLR, wow, man. Let me see where this is at on the daily real quick. Good Lord. Yeah, you're up above. What's this? 40? Down here, 32.4. Let me back full. Let me go to the 90 minute now. Boy, look at the 90 though. Yeah, for that 35 to hit, I'm gonna have to see this. I'm gonna have to see a 90-minute candle come down, get close below the RMLR, then start working down through these 90-minute deviation bands. Let's see where the 33 power, 39. It's not even in the cards. Yeah, man, I really don't think this is gonna happen today. That tap down to 35 that needs to happen. It is a monthly range though. This doesn't even have to happen this week. I have a feeling it's going to catch some people by surprise is what's going to happen. So the 90-minute ran, what is that? First standard deviation? Yes. First standard deviation. Oh, no, it's second. Is it the second? What the hell is under there? Got too much stuff on here. Let me turn this other one off. There we go. Yeah, second standard deviation. My bad. Wasn't getting a good read. So you're already wicked down on the 90 to the 2SD. It's pulling back up. It's back inside 95 for Laplace on the 90-minute. Yeah, just rejecting off that RMLR. But you got 33. Like I said, in that other, it's going to be a minute. I don't think it's going to happen today for sure. The 45.
We just need a little bit of bad news, and then those targets will be hit.
Bad news. Yeah, even on the 45, man, you're stuck between these RMLRs. Let's see what's going to happen here. How much time on this 45? 10 minutes. It's just going to drop. If this 45-minute candle closes below 43 here, shit could get real interesting. Got some targets down here. Not even close. You're 5 points away from the top of that monthly range. At the bottom of these 3 SD bands. Look at the daily. One more time, daily.
And as you're going through the RMLRs, I've looked at SPYs, at least on the daily, and that's looking really interesting too.
Even the bottom of the daily RMLR 3SD is only at 36. Now these are just bands. These aren't like current candle. I'm not talking about the current candle distribution levels. I'm just talking about the volatility bands around the RMLR. And what'd you just say? I'm sorry.
When you get over to the traditional markets and you look at the RMLR for SPY on the daily, at least the daily, that's looking really interesting.
Right. Yeah, here we go. 33 minutes already done it. 40 is about the bottom there. Put this on Sol real quick. We got 10 minutes till market open. All right, I got times. Jesus. So if you go up here on, we're not even going to get entry on, not even on 5-day, 3-day, I think. So 3-day trending. 3-day trending, 2-day trending, daily trending. This is what I'm talking about too. I mean, crypto is not to be played around with. I mean, I just have a feeling people are trying to swing trade this. That's why I was making comments like I think is what people do. Yeah, it's all good. You come over, you want to make a change, you start using the VEPS. This is just like all the political refugees leaving California. Don't bring your politics with you. Leave them back there where it ruined that state. This is just like don't bring your tendencies and your habits from traditional TA over into the VEPS because it's going to fail miserably. And I'm talking about the way you trade. I'm not talking about the indicators you use. I'm talking about the way you trade and just things that you used to see in the market. The same things you used to see in the market that got you to where you're at right now, trying to learn the VEPS because you're tired of lagging information. That's the thing. Just leave the tendencies back with the traditional TA. They love it over there. They can use it all. But when you come over here, you got to change up everything. You got to first get some good risk management because they are teaching very poor risk management over in that aisle. We all know that. All right, they're literally teaching people how to use leverage in the crypto markets. Right there should be a big red flag where you're like, I'm never listening to this goofball again. You'll never see us doing that. We're literally the ones telling you to stay away from leverage. You don't need leverage in volatile markets. There's plenty of moves here to make money. People just get greedy, and what happens? It's counterproductive. You end up losing money.
Don't use leverage. Don't use stop losses.
Yeah. Putting stop losses in the system is probably one of the worst things you can do. You're literally showing your whole cards. If you're a poker player out there, you're showing your whole cards. You're playing against a bunch of fucking sharks at the table. You got your whole cards up. Everybody can see them. You don't even care. You're just like, It's not going to work out very well. Not going to work out very well. The smart. And the thing is, if you're scalping, you don't have time for all that. You're scalping. You're looking to take profits. You're getting in these good entries. And if it's not a good entry, you're going to immediately get out. You're not going to let it go down to some percentage stop loss where you're going to lose this. I'm going to lose this much money. No, you're going to try to get out as fast as possible. That's what I do. And I'm talking low time frames. Any of these low time frames. If you now me, right? 1, 3, 6, 9 minute, 15 minute. This is like my low, my group of low boys down here, right? If I'm trading down here and one candle closes below or above my entry, I just get out of the trade. If you keep that mindset, you're going to be fine as you're learning. And then as you start to get better entries and better entries and better entries, you're doing nothing but taking profits. Every once in a while, you're going to get out of a trade. But you got to be patient. That's what a lot of people do too. They'll try to front run stuff. Trust these indicators. Don't try to front run things. Trust what they're telling you. And right now, this thing is trending crazy on the macro time frame.
And just like Bilbo was saying, right, is not only VEPS will tell you kind of where to enter, right, or at least what's a good entry point. So if you just leave the position, all you're going to lose is 50 cents on the contract cost if you're playing options. Yeah. That's it. And I mean, that is much better than losing like hundreds or thousands of dollars just based on a gut feeling that you end up being wrong.
Right, totally. I just saw this in the chat. I'm laughing. Shit, or get off the pot, man. Let me see here. So yeah, I mean, we're talking. Can't even get a 5-day entropy read. I mean, I imagine if you would lower the length a lot, you would probably get one, maybe a little bit, but I'm not going to do that. So we got 3-day trending, 2-day trending, daily still trending. Back on that daily, and it's got room to move. And this is where I think I saw him talking about how he was getting confused because the entropy indicator turned up. Well, yeah. And then it turned down off the 2 SD band, started trending again. Yeah, it turned up here again. Here's where you could have made a. Here, if you're looking, if the daily's part of your workflow, you can't just look at the daily projection model flip or projection model, prediction model flip, and just go into a short. That did not work out very well. I mean, right there when that happened, so was it what, $32, $33? That's $10 above. Look how fast it flipped back. This is where a workflow comes in. You got to be able to drop down through these time frames and see what's going on. You can't make trades off of a daily, even like 3-day, 2-day, daily, 4-hour, even 90-minute, 45-minute. Right? I'm not looking to get into trades until I'm down here, but all this is going to give me a little bit of insight on what's going on the daily. And I just, still not even seeing it. Let me see here. Depends on what, I want to see what happens if this variance does turn down. I mean, look at the 4-hour. 4 hours just, or was it 4-hour? What time frame was that? 2-day. Yeah, I mean, God, look at this beautiful 2-day. Crazy, man. Variance outlier, negatively correlated, positively correlated. This thing just keep on rising. This variance is still just Stiffyville on the 2-day. Trend strong. I mean, it started to turn up right here, just went right back in the trend. Right back in the trend. Okay, let me see here. Man, Jesus. Let's take a peek. And I'm there. Back to this 4-hour real quick. What time is it? 27. Yeah, let's get over. I'm going to take a peek real quick at Solana's doing its thing. And give it a break for a minute. What was gold at? 85. What was gold's low yesterday? Let me see here. Let me throw this on the VRE. Whoa, where'd my chart go? Traditional. Comma. Okay, what are you doing? There's gold. All right, pulling back. Yeah, first support level on the weekly. Boy, it got within what, about $10 of that monthly range. Now remember, Dixie was down there. There was a 95.4% chance Dixie hit the low of the day before the market even opens. Now gold's rejecting back off of the center of the weekly. Got a tight daily. Whoa, gold, is this going to be the day? 1959. Not that low. I mean, it found support. First support level on the weekly volatility range. Kicked it back up. Right? Kicked it right back up into the weekly, which it eventually tested the center again. But it is rejecting. Just like it did yesterday. For the close. Ran it all the way back down. What time was that? Yeah, that thing was popping right up. Right when we were doing the stream. We were closing the stream. Right when I closed the stream, the thing sold off. I'm sure right here people are like, oh, there it goes. Well, we still got some work to do. 1959. I would imagine Dixie pops up here. Let me see something. Where's that daily range at? Shit, untested too. Untested. I mean, kind of opened up a little bit below. It didn't even give it a sniff though. Those are the times where I'm like, this definitely has not been tested. It'd be different if maybe you close down here, then you get, I don't know, an hour's worth of 15-minute candles that go up maybe to the top side, 68.3 Laplace or something, then rejects. Daily range tested. This though, I see this as not being tested. Didn't sniff it, just sold off. Rejected off the center of the monthly, perfect wick right to it. Right down to, what was that on the 4-hour? 95.4 Laplace. Didn't close the candle below it. And how much time again? Yeah, it's got like 2 hours, right? 2.5 hours. All right. SPY's up. Damn, SPY's almost up a whole percent, huh? Pre-market. Interesting. Yeah, Dixie, though, you're going to have to get back up in here. What are you below? Second support level on that daily? No, third. Wow. Fourth was that right? Let me see something. Indeed. Wow, that is the fourth. And you had the bottom of the daily volatility range down there, right below the 2SD and 95.4 Laplace. You got the weekly and monthly support right here, though. Right here. And you're below both. Let me see something here. And that's the bottom of the weekly. I mean, this thing's got some work to do. Good Lord. Wouldn't surprise me at all, though. I think been all over. Definitely all the macro volatilities on the top side of Dixie, though. Yeah, I'm surprised it gave it up like this. Sure did, though. Tisk. Could be a minute. All right. Hell, crypto, gold. Dixie stays down here in these lower levels of the daily volatility range. Look out. And these things could pump. These things could definitely pump. Check this out. Yeah, you got the variance coming down too on the 4-hour negatively correlated. Is there
Just
any?
open too.
Yeah, just open, huh? Let me see what SPY did here on the open. See what these new ranges are. Yesterday had that rejection off the center of the monthly, right to the top side of the 68.3. I mean, how many wicks are you gonna throw down here? I mean, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wicks, and then it popped. Then it popped right to the almost closed at the top of the monthly yesterday. Sent a wick into it for sure. Got a tight range. You're literally inside that monthly range right now. Where's the daily right here? Gotcha. God, this thing gapped up like crazy. Ran away from the daily range. Definitely didn't test. I mean, you had it. The last 15-minute candle came down. And that's what we're seeing with Solana too. I kind of talked about it in the chat yesterday. About like, so I guess what, Tuesday evening was the close? That thing was, Tuesday, it was just hanging around. You saw, if you look at Solana on the VRE, it was sending wicks down into right where the top of the new monthly was coming in. Now, usually I'd be like, yeah, that was early in the day. What did the like last hour? What did those candles look like? But when it was hovering all day and just, I think 3 times sent a wick down, maybe even 4 times into that area, that's when I started saying Solana could be doing something different here. Solana could be doing something different. So as that's being said, it wouldn't shock me at all if that $35 range does not get tested, because it was down there. It was hovering. It was like the bulls worked hard too. You know what? Since I'm talking about it, let me show you what I'm talking about. Because people are probably like, what is this guy even talking about, man? Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. You got soul. Come on. Come in the line. Let me move this up a little bit. Oh, come on. Jesus. There we go. All right. Here's the top of the monthly I speak of. 35.59. Now, let's move this to the right. Let's move this to the right. Look at this thing. All day before the monthly close, right? The bulls, now obviously, back here earlier, especially middle last week, this thing worked hard to get up here. And then, is it just happenstance that it just goes sideways pretty much all day right above that monthly? Keep pulling back, sending wicks into where this new monthly is going to be, and then just rips on the monthly open. So again, like I said, this is wild. New things. Yeah, the VRE, the data sets are doing different things in this VRE that they've never done before, in my opinion. And besides maybe one other person, I've been using this the longest. So let me see here. I was using this stealth mode for a long time, not telling anybody about it. Right? I kept this thing under wraps for a while. So yeah, it's all good. But then, you just gotta feed the geese.
I mentioned a couple weeks ago that Roku was probably going to have good earnings. It looks like they did.
What was it, this morning or last night or something?
It was last night, yeah. So it popped right to the reverse wave trend on the daily, which I thought it would, but it's probably going to pull back. I don't know. I'm not going to short it or anything today just because of Entropy, but yeah, it popped exactly where I thought it would. It didn't take much. It didn't take much for it to do it, but I didn't play it because I didn't really like the way the volatility was set. The volatility was all expanded on several time frames. So
right.
Again, if I don't like something, it's better safe than sorry.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Good morning to everybody in the chat. I see you. You guys got any questions, ask. If you want any asset looked at, let's not dip too far down into the crypto bucket, but yeah, I'll pull it up for you. Let's see here. I mean, I'm telling you, Solana. Good Lord. My mouse. There you are. Yeah, I've just been changing up my mind, especially, guys, it'd be different, man. There's not a lot of confluence down here at 35.5 for Sol. I know there's a lot of stuff going on, but that's why I keep saying Solana to me looks like it's doing something different. It's very undervalued. A lot of people are like, well, no, it's back. It's back. Like FTX levels. Like, yeah, I'm not there. It's undervalued, man. Really is, in my opinion. I mean, it's a great blockchain. I can see this thing rip. I'm surprised it's because if you look, I'm not talking about FTX. I'm talking about last time Bitcoin was at where the levels it's at now. Solana was at $100. Solana was at $100. BTC had already slid a bunch before the FTX debacle. Let's see. Then it sold off the rest. And I'm pretty bullish on Solana. Definitely looks good. All right. Just wanted to show that because I was talking about it. Now, let's get back over here where all the real criminals play. They try to say crypto's for all the criminals. What a joke. The real criminals, suit and ties. They're in Wall Street. They're in Washington, D.C. Yep, that's where the real criminals are at. Everybody knows it. What do you do about it, though? It's crazy. Barring full-on revolution. Which, why do you think they have us so separated? That's the last thing they want because they will not win. Let me see here. Americans are getting pretty fed up. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted to pop. What'd you say, Roku? Let's see, Roku. Where are you at? Oh, I passed you. Yeah, Jesus, man. Did you get in on that?
I did not.
You keep making these calls. Here, just DM me the calls. DM me the calls.
Yeah, I thought it was going to pop, right? Because if you looked at the forecast was it's like negative.
Jesus.
But yeah, it popped. I figured it popped.
Yeah, it's up here, man. It is up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's not. It almost ran up to what? 5th standard deviation. Jesus. Boy, it got up through all its macro volatility too. Before the market opened, it ripped. I mean, it definitely yesterday it got up, stabilized right at the top side of the weekly. Now it just nuked right through the monthly. And you've got what? 2nd standard deviation right at the top of the monthly range. You already sent a wick down to like the 99.7. I could definitely see this thing close down around there. And there's a 95.4% chance. We've seen lately on earnings plays though, boy, they like to hang. Whether they dumped or pumped out to these outer deviation levels, like 4th, 5th standard deviation level. Which, guys, those are the probabilities of it going or closing the daily candle higher. It is tiny. Especially when you come down here. Here's the 95.4% Laplace distribution range. Hell, that's what? 6.5 points. About 7 points below where it's at right now. There's a 95.4% chance when it comes to Laplace distribution. The daily candle is going to pull back inside that level. In the 2nd standard deviation, which is the same probability percentage level as the 95.4 Laplace, is right at the top of the monthly range.
Yeah, so there's for the earning plays, I've kind of been trying to formulate a workflow to figure out when it's going to dump, right? Because when it dumps, it's going to mean revert, right? I mean, it's just a matter of time, right? So you got to actually, instead of going down in the time frame, you got to go up in the time frame. So you start looking at the entropy on the 15-minute, the 45-minute, the 90-minute. The entropy has to break within the 2nd standard deviation band on all those. Then you go up to the 2-hour and the 4-hour. The 4-hour is going to make it hang up there. Once the 4-hour break and it's still hanging up, that's when you'll start to see it kind of come back down to earth, or the opposite way, go back up. So that's just kind of, I think, the formulation that I've come up with. I kind of did that with Google. I was like, I don't think it's gonna recover. And it took almost 3 days for that 4-hour trend to finally break. So
Shopify too, man. Jeez. Shopify earnings too. Damn, two good plays. Shopify and Roku. If you're in on that, good on you. Roku or Shopify already sent a wick down to the 99.7 Laplace. Zip. Bingo. Is that the top of the weekly? That's the top of the weekly range. I mean, this thing on the earnings play shot right to the top of the weekly.
Right. That isn't an earnings play. Shopify's earnings are tonight, so this is something completely different.
What?
This is like some price target thing.
Let me see. Oh, is it tonight? Well, I'm just looking at the data set going, yeah, evening. All right, well, hello then. Yeah, I just saw earnings. Thought it was the earnings play. What the hell is this thing doing?
It's some weird combination of some of the earnings plays that happen with the other ones and sort of that interconnectivity. And then it was something about being completely undervalued, which, is basically, just saying it was below the power mean. So it just ripped up and the algorithms weren't on. So
look at that 10-year. Holy crap, man. 10-year falling off a cliff, boys. Down to 4.6. Damn, that was almost at 5%. Like what, last week? Wow. Okay. What's that dollar doing right now? It's stuck under 106. I don't think that's going to last very long. I do not think so. Yeah, look at
so the other one you may want to watch is DoorDash.
DoorDash. I had we had some DoorDashers trying to get in on our restaurants and Uber Eats. Well, they're vicious little creatures trying to scam us because we turned them all down. We don't want anything to do with you because they jack it up. They jack up the prices on our menu and shit. Screw over our customers. We don't like it. So they were trying all sneaky, calling in their carryouts under like fucking bad phone numbers and weird names coming. We finally caught on to them, shut them down. Because then we got people calling the restaurants. What the hell? That was pretty expensive. I'm like, well, we didn't have an order for you. I don't even know what you're talking about. And they're like, they're sending us pictures. Look, I got it. This is your food. And I'm just like, then you're just like, what the hell is going on? So we figured it out. I'm like, you didn't get it from us. Oh, no, we got it from Law. I'm like, yeah, there you go. They literally, Uber Eats. They literally put up like they made their own menu board, used our logos and everything. Yeah, we had a little bit of a shit fit. That's been taken down. Literally used all of our everything. Yeah, I know. It's a pain in the ass because there's nobody to really call. It was a pain. It's a pain in the ass. Real pain in the ass. But we're done with it.
Was this about gold?
Nah, like Uber Eats and DoorDash and shit. They were trying to hijack our websites and making up their own menu boards, making up their own menus with different prices than we had, literally using our IP and stuff. It's like, what the hell is going on right now? Yeah, some lady sent a screenshot to our email showing us it was Uber Eats. Uber Eats did that. Did the website.
They're tearing them down in our place too, but they're not allowed to. They're supposed to still order the food through you and tell people that.
Oh yeah,
so if they're modifying
they are sketchy. Yeah, they are sketchy.
Yeah, and DoorDash though.
Our restaurant.
You see a question about gold?
Gold. What are we doing?
I don't know if it's a question, but a little while ago, Tony Man asked.
Oh yeah,
Trading View.
Yeah. I saw it.
Right on.
Yeah, it's probably
Dude, if they're ripping off your menu, man, you definitely like P-Funk's probably out of too.
oh
Probably
yeah,
have a suit for that.
oh yeah. We got some people looking into it. But is it just it's we just want them gone. We don't want tied up in that shit. We just want it not happening. You know what I mean? It didn't happen long.
Right? Yeah, I know. You don't want the headache.
Dude, 100%. We got enough of a headache at the restaurants, right? P-Funk. Is there enough headaches already at the restaurant?
Oh, yeah, you don't need more.
Yeah, I
They
don't
usually
need
come in ours and they don't tip the carry people.
Yeah. Yep.
They make their they're jacking it all up, but they're not supposed to be doing it on their own.
No. Yeah. They went totally rogue.
Yeah.
I know that since COVID or like if you actually want to support a restaurant, give them foot traffic.
So
Don't get delivery or carry out. Actually sit down in the restaurant, even if they have dishes to wash. Give them foot traffic. So they actually have like the appearance that they are, open, right? So
there we go. I answered you there, Ron. There's not even in there. Yeah, Solana doing something different on the VRE. So here comes the dollar screaming out of its hole, man.
Yeah.
Got the bottom of the weekly right here. This thing pulls back up inside this weekly range. Could go right back to the top side. Maybe to see another wick right into the center of the monthly or something. That would definitely send gold tumbling down a little bit. And gold is one that I do think is going to test that range. I mean, it's right at 1960, 1959. It was within $10 yesterday. And the bulls, the bears in gold, right? Bulls and bears on gold. They've been taking the elevator lately. It could be a quick move. I would imagine, I'll tell you, if the dollar kicks it up a half a point here almost, I could see gold take a quick dip, go test that range. Indeed. We got SPY up 1%. Looks like Russell's leading. 1.5. Yeah, Russell's up 1.5. Triple Q's one right behind it though. SPY, the little redheaded stepchild. Let's see. Silver's been interesting. Couldn't get past what, $25? Pulled back. It's oil continuing to tumble a little bit. Good. There goes, remember, Boyle just been on a mission wrecking people, man. Well, if you make those right moves, though, wouldn't be a bit surprised to see this thing down. I mean, it's been like up 7%, down 7%, up 7%, down. I mean, every day it's reversing until it doesn't. So be careful. Use leading information and a workflow. And like I always talk about trend, like Solana, man, bad, real bad crypto to short right now. I'm telling you. And I don't swing trade anyway. It's all scalps. So if you're counter trading your bias, I mean, I don't even have to go through the time. I mean, my bias is to the top side on Solana. With those macro time frames trending, it's ridiculous. Scalping is another story. Just take risk off. If you're going to counter trade your bias, just makes sense. That's a good edge to have. Figuring out when to put risk on, when to take risk off. I'm not talking about leverage. I'm talking about using my full account or pulling 90% of it off. Using a little bit. Just playing. Because you get in a rhythm when you're scalping, right? If you see a counter trade, go with it. Just take risk off. Get in the flow. That's how I see it. I mean, if you take a break, you get back in, you're a little uneasy. It's easier when you stay in. Set a time when you're going to trade the markets. Get in there for 6 hours, whatever it is, 4 hours. I mean, I don't know, people that trade the open until noon. They're done. Unless there's something shaping up for an afternoon session. Most of them, hell, they're at the golf course. Trade the morning session, then go gamble at the golf course. What a life. Good stuff. What a life. Fix
We
it.
have a professional golf course really close to us. It's actually part of the PGA Tour, and you can tell that the guys that are like super rich, right? They'll just go in and they'll be at the clubhouse at noon, just drinking like whiskey sours and just.
Oh yeah.
I mean, to play it, it's like membership. I think the annual membership is like $4,000.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's expensive.
Right.
But yeah, that would be a pretty awesome life. I don't even like golf, but I think that would be pretty awesome,
Oh yeah.
all things considered.
How
Club's
much did you
great.
say? 4,000 or 400
$4,000
annual?
annual.
Because Oakland Hills is by my house, and it's like a 400,000 entry fee. You got to spend it like 150 grand a year there.
Yeah, yeah. Like at the bar and the restaurant, you got to spend like a.
Yeah, you got golf fees and food. That $4 grand. That's cheap.
Yeah, it's
You
not.
got a professional course like that.
Yeah, I don't know all the details behind it. It's
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
just
it's,
letting you know
it's
that's
not,
a good bargain
it's
if you
not
can do that.
necessarily a membership. It's just to like
What-
get some
What course? What's the name of the course?
TPC at John Deere.
Ah,
Oh yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
gotcha. Yeah, it's. I would imagine it's $4,000.
It's big money to try first year.
Yeah, I would think it'd be more for. You never know. Memberships are wild.
Yeah, that'd be a good deal. But the TPCs are different, though. You know what I mean? So
Pull right back, huh?
Yeah, I think the $4,000, it gets you the privilege of, you get to reserve your tee time 10 days in advance, right? So
that might be $4 grand a month. You know what I mean?
oh no, it's $4,000 a year. But I think
Wow,
it's
that's
not like a
good.
membership, and since it's owned by a corporation.
Yeah, I
so it
mean
might
it's more than. I mean, I doubt that's for like green fees and everything,
Yeah.
man. That's probably just to get you in the door or something. Maybe pay $4,000 to have the privilege to play, and you probably got to pay for your rounds because that's pretty cheap. That is actually really cheap, especially for a nice golf course.
Actually, man, that is really cheap compared to a lot of golf courses for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that is.
I'm
You have
telling
to
you,
think
Oakland
about
is
what
fucking
you
way.
pay for your rounds, right? $4,000 is, I think, just like the starter fee.
Yeah, he'll
Yeah,
like.
probably like the membership, probably just like the membership fee, but not even like Bilbo said, doesn't cover green fees or anything.
There't like a
Who
20-year.
knows?
There's like a
Look it up on
20-year
Google.
waiting list at Crooked Stick. You can't even get in.
Yeah, there's places that are like, I mean, 400 grand, $500,000, $1 million a year,
Yeah,
and you got to spend 6 digits in restaurant fees or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Those things
Easy.
are
I mean,
wasp
depends
nests.
on the club. It depends on the club. It depends on who owns it. It depends on the demographic of the people around and stuff. So for sure, like $4,000 actually sounds like a really good deal, man. You can like, if you
Oh,
can
yeah.
join a professional club for that price, bro, go for it.
Yeah.
I caddied 40 years ago, and it wasn't even that cheap. So,
Yeah.
The old country clubs. They're definitely wasp nests. Fun. Money
Oh,
to
yeah.
be made.
That's what you put it.
Money to
That
be
is the way
made.
to put it.
You go in there at noon and they're getting ready to go play golf and they're drinking whiskey sours. It's like, hey, you guys got a game going? What's going on? Can I get in on that? Not the whiskey sour, but the game. Go out there and take all their money. The drunker they are, the more they want to press. Then they start pressing. It's like, come on, bring it.
I mean, like in like the spring, late spring, early summer in the Midwest, that's probably the best time of year, right? It's just.
Oh yeah, May, perfect.
Dude, the driving range is right outside, like the bar. There's a bar patio, and the driving range is right there. So you set it up in the clubhouse, then you go out the driving range, and then you just start spraying your driver all over the place. They're like, "Oh yeah, that's the guy that wanted to play. Let's let him in." And you go out on the first tee and just rip one right down the middle, and they're like, "Son of a bitch, we just got had." It's fun. That's why they're there, though, to donate money. The hell. Yeah, I played golf like 3 times this year, which is unheard of. I just didn't have time, I guess. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. Had a bunch of shit due on the property. Okay. Yes, aloha. Aloha. BTC, the 4 hour. Let me look at BTC. Let's see what BTC is doing. I got all romanced by Solana. What's that? 35? Yeah. Beautiful. Let's see. On this 4 hour candle, yeah. I mean, you're pulling up right now above the 95.4 Laplace. That 4 hour candle, or this 15-minute candle shot down to almost second standard or third standard deviation. Pulled back up though. Pulled back up. Bottom of the daily range too. Daily first standard deviation. Interesting. Yeah, not a huge move. Yeah, running the distribution for sure. But like, interesting. Pretty sure it's 2 hours. Make sure. Yeah, 2 hour. 2 hour. BTC gonna pull back. Let's see here. There's the top right there. Remember, we've been talking about 33.4. Now, BTC is definitely one I would like to see test this monthly. Remember, Sol had a big rip. BTC has been on this. I mean, this thing has just been going sideways for a minute. Then you look at that, though. Look at this monthly range when it came in. Good Lord, man. It's doing it again, huh? Just like Solana, though, man. Look at it the previous day. Good Lord, it did. It worked up just like Solana. Didn't really notice that. And a good test right there, right before too, man. Where was that at? Bottom side of the 68.3. 33.9. Actually, what is that? The week? Oh, my bad. That's the weekly. Jesus, guys, here's a monthly. Yeah, this thing. I see BTC pulling back to this level. I just got the weekly confused with the monthly. So I was like, wait a minute. Monthly's only been out a couple days. What are you doing, Goofy? There it is. Top side. 33.4. Let's get some love here, BTC. Just the beginnings. 33.4, huh? Jesus. Yeah, what is that? $1,600? What's the 95.4 on the daily here? 34. Yeah, it's about $1,000 above. See if BTC closes down here around 34.4 today. Let me throw this on. Let's see what BTC is.
Just closed the mean reversion on the 4 hour very nicely to the RMLR.
Let's check it. Let's check.
From that little upside move it had yesterday. Yeah, it's mean reverted to that RMLR, and then it even tapped the one below it.
Let me look at that.
Which
sent a wick right to the bottom one at 34,723, within $20 on an asset that's worth fucking $34,000, $35,000.
Yeah, and the top one's where the mean reversion completion was too. So perfect.
Yeah, definitely. Good stuff. And that was
which is just another example of how to trade the RMLR, by the way, because I was talking earlier about that. Like that's the power of that. One of the powers of that tool is it lets you do things like that.
Indeed. What have we got the 33 at down there? Well, looky there. That's right about it to daily 95.4 Laplace. Down there at 34.4, 34.5 area.
While you're on the RMLR, too, when you're done with bidding, remember how pre-market I was saying probably looked interesting? Probably flip over there, see what I'm seeing.
On what? What asset?
See how a SPY might actually pull back.
Oh, yeah, SPY. Let me see here. Yeah, I took the week off. I ain't even trading anything. Not options anyway. 36.4. I'm just taking a quick peek here. So yeah, that 4 hour already did that. Look at this weekly. 20-minute. Does BTC run away like soul? 20-minute. This RMLR up here like over 39. Goodness gracious. Oh yeah, 90-minute. There we go. There we go. The 90-minute hit the 2SD. Pulled back up inside the RMLR. Yeah, this thing definitely mean reverted to both now.
Yep.
And
the daily's looking great.
Yeah. See the 45. Oof. Boy, trying. Boy, it ripped all the way down on the 45. Almost to the 3SD. It's pulled right back up to these RMLRs. Boy, look at this mess. Not mess. Beautiful mess. Man, they are right on top of each other. They are within $100, $90. $90 of each other. And which one is doing what? Let me see here. Yeah. And you've got the low length getting ready to cross down too. Bo, I mean, God, man, you got the 33 power mean right here too. This is a great chart. Where is this 45-minute going to close? Damn, man, if it closes below 34,982, this thing could flush out. Some bottom band. 33.8. 33.8. Oh boy. Oh boy. That already. Yeah. And just par for the course. Get the cross down here, and within about 4 candles, the boys started dumping out. Back up right at the RMLR right here. I have to say, on these low time frames, got some work to do. Just got this RMLR up here, like 36,255. Yeah, I'll be interested to him. 14 minutes, and I want to see where this closes. That's for sure. Here, let's pop over to. And what were you saying about SPY?
SPY on the RMLR, on the RMLRs, on the daily. You can see that it was mean reverting, right? Kind of pre-market, right? It's sort of what I was talking about with Solana, is that when the next candle opens, you're going to get inside, on top or inside the RMLR, right? And then, kind of vault off of it. It's kind of what's happening with SPY, and then it's going to run into its power mean on the daily right around, 429-ish. So it's mean reverting to 429. So that's when you'll probably see SPY kind of pull back a little bit. That's why it's not pulling back despite Dixie kind of rebounding a little bit.
Right. Just taking a peek here. Making a run for this wave trend, which, I mean, last time, look at the rejection. Way below the power mean band. And yesterday closes right at the 9 log MA. Right at the 9 log MA. And you can see the variance check. Returns above the mean. Variance rising. Well, look at the variance. Of course it is. Having an outlier. As soon as that variance turned up, bam, 9 log MA showed it on the variance check colors. From back here, it's setting up some hidden bear. Heading into a random walk too. This whole move. Heading into a random walk. Volatility contracting, negatively correlated. Had a little bit of expansion here, right? What is that? 981 real high? Starting to contract. Still positive. Yeah. Let's see this 2-day. Yeah, you're right above the 9 and 33 log MA. Just barely hanging on. Damn, wave trends are what? 431 and a half. There, we're right below the 3-day wave trend. So is that thing just testing this macro wave trend before? The power mean band at this 3-day candle close is probably going to start crossing down. When's that close? We just got it too. We just got a 3-day.
Yeah, that 9 log MA will cross through the Fisher or the reverse wave trend and continue carry it right back down,
Oh yeah,
unless there's
probably.
some volatility involved.
But you're above the 5-day. Close the last 5-day candle right below it. Now this new one we literally just got today. So yeah, you got Fisher up
And this
here.
does go back to what you were saying earlier. Is don't swing trade this either, right? Don't try to swing trade this because you can see it's all right in the macro. It's all in the middle of the time.
Yeah.
All in the middle of the data sets, right? So how do you swing trade that?
Back out of this a little bit here. SPY making some bullish moves though, man. I don't know, man. Jesus.
Well, it's making bullish moves because
Huh.
of Triple Q. That's largely a part of it. Is just what Triple Q is doing, and Triple Q is just sitting on this one ST. So Triple Q has a little bit more room to go up where SPY doesn't.
I don't know, man. You gotta use all these. I mean, I'm looking at this 5-day going. Look out! I'm telling you, this thing's above wave
Up or
trend on
down?
the 5-day, and it was at the bottom side. It was at the 99 log MA bottom side of the power mean band. It's up here. I'm gonna laugh. If SPY just starts ripping again. Could this is And here's another thing too. I mean, you're above all this macro volatility. Let me see something on Triple Q.
Yeah, I was saying it last night in chat. Is I think it's above that monthly. It's got room to rally.
Monthly, weekly, and monthly, weekly. They're both. I mean, they both got the monthly below the weekly, or monthly above the weekly. Where's the dailies? Dailies starting to populate. So I'm saying these bulls, they're going to try to keep it up above this monthly. Why? For the weekly close. Because if you populate a new weekly above this monthly, and the dailies are already up here, huh?
What wasn't I saying yesterday that Triple Q was going to rip? Wasn't I saying that? But I want to pivot just a second. Not last night, but the night before. I was saying that NVIDIA ripped to 425. It got there 15 minutes after market close. I think that prophecy is fulfilled. If you'll grant me that.
It's talking about being a prophet, throwing around prophetic signals.
It's just VEPS, man. That's all it is. I can read what the price is gonna do. I mean, it's still work in progress, right? But
100%.
You can read what the price is gonna do. I mean,
there you go.
You're amazing at trading, right?
Doing. Hello. This is the 5-day. That are ripped up. You're right at 33 power mean. At the low length RMLR. Yeah. Let's see where this closes today. This thing closes above 427.54. You got this RMLR almost at 450. Almost at 450. You are crossing down. If this thing closes below the 33 power mean, what's that at? 426.33. 426.33. Be a different story because we are crossing down. I mean, it crossed down the 30 length RMLR and it's getting ready to cross down the 33 power mean. Today is very important. I want to see if this daily candle closes above that level. Because in this 5-day, could just boop, 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 boop. Let me see the 3-day. Hello. What's this at? 442. What's the RMLR up here? 466. Jesus. That's what I'm saying. You drop down the 3-day. We had to cross down here. And the rejection off the 33. Another down move. Now you're back up above it.
Yeah, I was looking really interesting on the RMLRs. That's what I was saying.
It's looking like it's going to go up.
Let
me see here. What's this at? 443, and it's right at the 33 power mean. Pretty much. A little bit below. thing rode down, found support. Now it's popping. Put it this way. If I was going into any, I don't know, any options expiration, like it, whatever, tomorrow's expiration or next week's expiration, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, something like that, I don't think I'd be buying any puts. I mean, you never know, but the way this thing is setting up,
This is what I was looking at right there. Look at that.
oh boy.
You gapped up above both RMLRs, and now you're running right to that power mean.
I mean, it's up there at 431 and a half. It's almost 5 points. 431. Who's that at? Pull you down here. See if that's even in the cards.
I don't know if it's in the cards today, but probably in the cards tomorrow when you get the new distribution because of the gap up that you got in
the second week.
Post and pre-markets.
Come on. 431. Yeah, it's right here at this first monthly resistance. No, that's 434. It tells the weekly. Yeah, pretty much. Well, no, it's 431. It's top of the daily range. Top of the daily range to you. Top of the daily range. Yeah, definitely a pretty high probability it's not going to close outside the daily. And I say that because of 95 for Laplace on the daily and the second standard deviations right there. And you got the second weekly resistance. Top of the weekly resistance is more like, 435, almost 436. Yeah, depend. Dixie pops. It'll definitely drop. I don't know, though. When it comes to those RMLRs, there's been a lot of mean reversion that happened. What do the variance reads look like? You have an outlier as well. That's a daily. Let me see on the daily.
If you look on,
dude, you're starting to have an outlier.
Going through the time frames, right? I think it's the 3-day where it's starting to go down to the reverse wave trend. So
you got 3-day negatively correlated variance contracting. 2-day is positively correlated rising. Daily is having an outlier. It's a 5-day down. Is it coming down? And it's positively correlated. Kind of flat right now, but look at the 5-day. I'm telling you, be careful there, man. There is a lot of bull div. I didn't even see that before. There's a lot of bull div. You can see it's played out. It's been playing out. These little pumps. Now, where's this one go to? You're above the zero mean. You're up here by the 2SD band, though. And we all know if you're playing off bull div, what's it setting up usually on the top side? Hidden bear, unless we get a big move. There's hidden bear, too. That's what's been going on here. Bull, hidden bear, bull, hidden bear, bull, hidden bear. Hidden divergence is just continuation. At some point, though, what's going to happen at the end? I mean, you've got trend-changing divergences on the bottom side, continuation on the top side. At some point, that trend change will happen. In the 5-day, the trend's been to the downside. It's coming down. Now, I'm not talking about trend. I'm not talking about entropy. I'm just talking about, that probably confuses shit. I confuse the shit out of myself. Sorry. Maybe the mental trend, not the entropy trend, not the real trend. But on this 5-day from the highs, I mean, where was that baby at? It was way up there, man. Wasn't it like 460 or something? Yeah, 460. Back down to 427? It's definitely peeled off. All the way to the bottom. You got all that bull div now? Had a nice pre-market pop like that? This Fisher could be in play. 436.47. Nah, Jesus, man. I mean, the way all those RMLRs look, then these macro power mean band and stuff. Goodness gracious. Wow. Entropy percentile was just like, let's go. Let's party.
It's so hard to trade leveraged perps. Like I'm trading Bitcoin one right now, right? Like I'm being brutally honest. I'm trading Bitcoin one right now. They gave me $20. I'm right on my trades, yeah, and I'm down $4. what? What? You're getting $80 ranges here, my man, and I'm down $4. It's nuts.
The old perps. We're out on that MEX or whatever, MEXC.
This one's currently on BitTrue.
BitTrue. I was gonna say, is that BitMEX 2.0? BitMEX still around?
No.
I was gonna say, Arthur finally shut shop down. That guy was a freaking scamming machine.
American government didn't like that he was settling contracts in Bitcoin because doing that manipulated the price of Bitcoin.
Yeah, see that for sure.
Yeah, and if you want to look at something else, you can look at Roku. Like it's that trend, and it's between monthly volatilities, but nothing else stopping it. And I almost want to say that it's going to go up to $80. It's just going to float up to $80, and then that'll be the short point.
Right. I'm gonna see all these messages in here. You guys are just having a party. You're having a party in the chat, aren't you? Good. Oh, Matt. Looks like we got Matt back. He's probably laughing right now. What do you mean back? Yeah. Good stuff. Good freaking stuff. Let's see here.
Oh, and I don't have conference calls holding me up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No conference calls. Ah. What are we going to do here? 10:17. I know I'm doing the P dance. He's in here. Warlord Matt. Yeah, you guys can talk. You guys want to talk? You guys want to talk for a second?
Okay, let me
Yeah.
reverse.
Yeah, go for it. I gotta take a leak, dude. Jesus. Coffee.
Talk. All right. Are we buying or selling Bitcoin on the 1 minute, guys? We're going to do a quick scalp session so we can all get banned by Max at the same time. I think that's beautiful. I think that'd be beautiful. Right now, we've got some negative drift coming in. Wrong chart. There we go. A little bit of 50-50 on Bitcoin on the 1 minute here. We're looking to hold above the daily VRE over here for continuation back into the daily VRE mean, which is a move of 0.5%. I don't recommend using leverage to get the 20%. If I was to be scalping this, I'm looking for a bounce here, then return back to daily mean. If not that, then I'm looking for a failure at the VRE to pretty much send us down to, am I wrong? Yeah. To pretty much send us down to 34,444. That could be an intraday reversal. And sell short. I don't know, is it going to let me? Let's see. We're waiting for VRE to fail. And get the order ready. On 36x. Got positive drift. We'll hammer it. Let's see what the perps have to say. Maybe it's a little bit of track. Managing risk at the VRE.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just read that message. BitMEX is going. Just Arthur had to step down. Yeah, I bet. Old Arthur. He's a work of art. BitMEX. Dude, what a shit show that joint was back in the day. God, 2017. Whee! Liquidations all over the place, man. That's the biggest scam on earth. what you get. People in their leverage, man. That's why leveraging the right hands. And when I say the right hands, I'm talking about leveraging when you're scalping low time frames, not swing trading. If you're swing trading leverage, good luck. Good luck. You're going to need it.
And to be honest, it's so counterintuitive, Bubba.
Yeah.
So like for me, it's like, okay, let me use leverage. Then I literally am forced to swing trade, right? You know, like, I don't know, dude, our tools are so accurate that if this thing moves $1, you know that you're wrong.
Yeah.
You know? So then when it does move that dollar, it's like, well, now I'm just exiting to enter $5 down. It's just the rules. And then you're just getting chopped up, man. Just getting chopped up, man. Not good. We're down to $14.68. I think I may have to make myself feel better and go trade some spot.
Trade the spot.
We're going short now. I'll find out.
What are you trading right now? BTC?
Yeah, BTC on Binance charts looking at BitTrue, so this could be a little harder than expected.
Oh, trading on BitTrue using Binance charts. Is that what you said?
Yeah, and my hands are crossed over each other between the two different laptops.
Yeah, it's all good. Exciting. Freaking
Gambler.
exciting. The old gambler. Damn, Bonk. Bonk ripped too. Jesus. Bonk's running with Solana. Running with Solana. Yeah. Flip this over here. Whee! Let's see something here. Wow. Goodness. Yeah, on this 4 hour. Wow. Coming back. Testing the top side of the power mean band. Returns are still above the mean. The 4 hour. Variance is coming down, though. Variance is coming back down. Indeed. Like I said, we already went through the volatility. Everything's negatively correlated. Everything's still expanding. I want to see if this 4 hour, I'm telling you right now, man, this 4 hour drops. I mean, it did right here. Well, look at that resilience, man. They flew that thing. Look at these wicks. Jesus. That was a power move, man.
Nuts.
That was a power move by BTC. I'm not going to lie, to get back up above here, because this is what you do not want to happen. You don't want to start populating 4 hour candles and let this flip around. This flips around, starts breaking down through wave trend. You're definitely going to see a pullback on Bitcoin. Right now, I mean, the bears are trying. It's for sure. I want to see where this closes today. I want to, not just the 4 hour candle, I want to see where this daily closes. The daily candle, last 4 hour candle of the day on Bitcoin, is it going to close below 34.5? Keep an eye on that for sure. Yeah, I mean, look how tight everything is. There's another move. We got something coming. We got something coming, and it's probably going to be contracting too. Contracting volatility. Let me see this daily one more time. Especially when this is just blown out. Where's the 9 at? 33. Well, we know what's at 33.4. We know what's at 33.4. Top of that monthly range. Top of that monthly range. Goodness gracious. One more peek here. No div either. God, man. Thing's setting up hidden bull. Setting up hidden bull on 4 hour. Look how tight the bands are. Look at the entropy bands. Since that big move blew out the bands, boy, they pulled right back in. Had this little bit of trend to the top side. Now it's definitely heading back into a random walk prediction model flip. If this hidden bull plays out, and you get a bounce off the top side of this tight power mean band, you'll see the 9 flip first, right? You'll see those variance colors change back blue. So I'm looking for. Right now, this thing is definitely, where's the wave trend at? 33, just barely under 34. About $800, huh? Fisher, 32.5. I don't see it. I don't. These are the types of times, if you do get a big sell-off on Bitcoin, this thing going to pull up hard. If you get a big wick, if you got a big wick right now down to like 33.4, like $1,500 move, $1,400 move, I would imagine it would pull right back up, probably above 4-hour wave trend. If you get a big swing here, if it does happen, the bulls are going to try to keep this up, though. Yeah, outlier on the 90-minute. Yeah, there's a little pop on hidden. Got to back up above reverse Fisher, and it's spilled out. We're at the 90-minute wave trend right now. Total random walk. Low length volatility expanded, negatively correlated. Looks like the 981 is starting to expand again. A little bit, positively correlated. 2400's on a slow little expansion. It's kind of flat, though. Negatively correlated. Back there. Yeah, there wasn't any bear div, man. You got a rejection off the zero mean here, but it wasn't any div. Not even from the cross. Set up hidden right there to send it back up over reverse Fisher. Chap pulled back quick right to wave trend. What's about what's a 99 down here? Tell you, man, this thing's got some support down here. 34.5. That was that number, right? What did I say? Close under 34.5. I don't even remember what the hell time frame, what I was looking at when I said that. 34.5. Yeah, bottom. Yep. Bottom side power mean band. Tight power mean band on the 4-hour. Tight power mean band on the 4-hour. Pretty much same area as the bottom side, the 99 log MA on the 90-minute. So it's 45. Whoop. Nah. So that's what I was looking for. So the Fisher on the 45 just got tapped. Got a wick right into it. Beautiful how that works. Pretty interesting. Starting to drop out of a random walk. I mean, it's sloping towards trend. Starting to turn a little bit though. Trying to hold on to this 33 log MA too. It's right below it though. Wave trend at what, 35? Yeah, not too high, not too far. That's what I'm talking about. When you get these tight bands, man, get ready. Let's get ready to rumble. There was the last time the volatility, I mean, all 3 lengths of volatility right here were just crushed. You're just sitting there being patient. You got a nice move too. If you were playing off that wave trend, 34,450. That's $700. A $700 paparoo right there. I would imagine on a little outlier. Yeah. And the variance indicator. If these outliers, especially on low time frames, because when I was talking earlier about just having patience, you don't have to get in right at the beginning of the move. Because we all know, look at all these little outliers that spoof out real quick. Right? I mean, there's definitely scalps there. There's no doubt about it. Hundreds of dollars of scalps. But if you just are patient just a little bit and you have that low time frame workflow where you know, hey, all three of those are trending. Let's go. And then I'm waiting for perfect entries because you can go down on the 1 minute and see how that thing will work the power mean band. Pull back, pump, usually off the 9 log MA, top side of the power mean band on the big pullbacks, especially if you're still trending. If you're still trending to the top side, you get a pullback on the 1 minute to like reverse wave trend, and then you start having an outlier off of that. Those are the jump ins. Let me see here. The longer you just look at these indicators and use them, and if you're just learning, use it a replay. Watch how everything sets up. Go back to a time when volatility is really low. Even do it on a 1 minute, right? When that volatility, I'm talking like all three lengths. This is the dream volatility traders are waiting for. That's why I use 3 lengths. It's all good when the 525 is at zeros. But when you get the 981 and the 2400 down there, especially that was at about 6 probably, the 2400, which is really low. These are the days. Let's see here. Let's go all the way down. 15 minutes. You probably got yourself in trouble down here. Got wave trend getting ready to cross down Fisher. Got wave trend ready to cross down Fisher. So it would not shock me to see BTC back at like 35,250. Loves to test those crosses. That is not your grandfather's golden cross or granny's hot apple pie. It's not it. This is a little different of an animal.
If you cross your yellow stream with someone else's, you're probably standing too close while you're peeing.
Woo! Yeah. Don't ever pee on an electric fence. You will regret it.
Facts.
Facts. That's the ultimate pee-pee smack right there. Self-torture. And the farm animals will be watching because they know what that fence is all about. Be like, hey, look at the human. Cow's like, you think he's going to pee on it? Yeah, I bet he does. Let's watch. They're smarter. Just because we eat them doesn't mean they're smart. Doesn't mean they're not smart. But then somebody told me one time, well, how smart are they if they are being eaten? I was like, yeah, good point. Maybe they are dumb. Where's the cow revolution at? I'd be charging the gates of the slaughterhouse. Let me out of here. You're not going to eat me.
Like that song, Cows and Guns. Remember that old song?
Yeah, I think
Cows
so.
and...
Oh, jeez. You probably got a lot of farmland up north, don't you? There's farmland up there?
Oh, no. I'm surrounded by farmland.
Surrounded, yeah,
Literally.
I figured.
My house is in the middle of farmland.
Nice. Beautiful. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in a big pile of woods.
There'd be open farm fields and livestock all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah, you leave my woods right here, but it's all dairy, corn, soybeans, everywhere.
Nice. Yeah, here we got like hay fields, cows, horses, sheep, goats, all kinds of funky stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all right. But they grow the hay they grow is obviously is for feed. They're local cows, and obviously they sell it to other farms that don't grow hay feed.
I liked being on the sheep farm. I was there for probably a couple of years. It was good stuff, man.
Yeah, they're fun, man.
The sheep are wild. I had a little thing going with the ram. The ram was jealous because I'd be out there. I'd befriended a couple of the sheep. I'd pet them and stuff. And that ram would see me and come chasing me across the yard. Them are my women, motherfucker. You better stay away from my girls.
We got wild rams out here. We have rams with like 4, 6, and 8 horns.
Dude, this ram was amazing. It probably weighed easy like 250 pounds. This thing is short as shit. It probably wasn't more than like 2.5 foot tall, and it was easy 2 foot wide. I mean, this was a big, stocky little dude. I remember I left one day. My friends were like gone for the weekend, and the last thing they said is, make sure you shut the gate on the ram enclosure because the neighbor's coming over to feed the sheep. And I told her to be shut. I was like, okay, of course. I leave and I totally space it. My cell phone's blowing up. Well, she went in to feed the sheep. I didn't shut the ram. Ram sneaks up on her. She's bent over and it just rams her right in the ass, knocked her through the fence. It was a shit show.
Oh, boy.
She's a big girl. She had a lot of padding, so she didn't really get hurt. Her ego did. She kind of got mad at me. The ram was supposed to be up. Of course, I bullshitted. He must have bucked the door open or something, man. Like, I shut him in there, I promise. Dude gets back, he's like, "You're such a bullshitter. You didn't shut that gate." I was like, "What am I supposed to tell her? I just sabotaged her?" I totally spaced it. I was at the coffee
I'm
shop
on-
talking about the latest Bigfoot sighting. What a wild place. Look up Hayfork, California. Pretty interesting spot. Pretty interesting indeed. If you've seen that, like whatever that died, that show on Netflix, was it Murder Mountain or whatever?
I don't know.
It was right there. Right there. Yeah, poor like tourists, man, just driving through would break down on the highway and just walk onto people's property to go knock or look for help. Yeah, they got shot. You just don't go on people's properties up there. You just don't. Obviously, you know, the number one. They're all farmers, if you know what I mean. They take their crops seriously, and they will shoot your ass if you come on their property. It's pretty sad. There was like a young couple. I mean, older teen, like 18, 19 or something, broke down in the middle of the night. And I mean, people will have signs posted everywhere, but it was dark. And so they literally climb over the guy's like closure on his driveway, walk all the way up the house. They get up on the porch, boom, boom. They both got shot. Crazy, man. These one people were would kill people and just bury them. Yeah, it's a whole nother world up in Northern California, man. It's nothing like Southern California. It's a whole different animal up there.
Sure, yeah.
Very conservative, very private, very do not come on my land or I will shoot you. That kind of shit.
Yeah, out in the country for sure.
Yeah. Because that's the problem. I got the point because people were actually going up there and trying to steal. And that's why it got to the point where you go on somebody's property, they don't even ask. You know, the old saying, they shoot you first, let God sort it out later, that kind of thing.
Right.
Well, there was no trespassing signs.
Right.
Yeah, it's a shame. That's the first thing you learn. Don't trespass. Whatever you do, because it's a deadly game up there.
Just hope they forgot and put duck shot instead of buckshot inside of their shotgun.
Yeah. That's what we did on our farm. We had it loaded. We'd have salt, birdshot, buckshot, slug. If you got through the salt, you got the birdshot. If you got through the salt and the birdshot, you got the buckshot. If you got through all three of those, then obviously you're the Incredible Hulk and you need a slug.
Yeah.
Crazy. But that was more like, dude, I mean, big cats, big black brown bear, all kinds of shit. Nature will eat you up there for sure.
Nature will eat you everywhere. That's what it does.
True. Yeah, like go to the Amazon jungle.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Exactly.
You are being eaten alive.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Let me get in Alpha Voice. I see him being hailed. Why wasn't I in there? Can you check?
Luna.
Oh,
My goodness.
Luna. Oh my
The
God.
wonder asset. That was actually one of the earlier demonstrations of how powerful the RMLR was. When we literally called Luna and Terra the thing going to zero.
Pretty
And
much.
stopping trading, and then when it would come back.
How is this
What
shitter
asset.
even alive?
What an asset. Oh, yeah. There's lunatics out there.
There are lunatics. 45 cents, huh?
Yep.
I'm just testing the Fisher on the
Traded.
15. Let's look at the daily on this thing. Oh, boy. What are we sitting at lows? Whoa, wait a minute here. Damn, this thing just icky poo-poo. Let me see some. Oh, that? Yeehaw! Yeehaw!
Damn. Oh, my goodness.
Whoop! Right back up. Jesus. Yeah, that's good shit right there, man. What was that at?
Yeah.
$90. Peeled off like literally 100%. That thing went to zip. When your favorite meme coin goes to zero. That's what it does to the freaking Power Meme Band. Power Meme Band was like, yeah, we got something new here. And then it's just pulling back up, hanging out. Huh, interesting. Yeah, this thing's a train wreck. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Not a lot of history either, so.
Yeah, and you got all those, those big bag holders who like didn't want to, get rid of their holdings. They figured, well, it'll be worth something than zero at some point. But that thing was a wreck, man. From the high, geez. People lost a lot of money on that thing.
Oh, big time. Yeah, let's take a
And
peek
quote
over
unquote
here.
smart people like YouTube Jimmys, right? They're so smart. No, they're shillers. They got in on the game and they got wrecked because they held their bags because they were foolish.
Yeah.
That was that 3 hours capital deal, right? That's what wrecked them.
Definitely got a tight monthly. Definitely got a tight monthly range.
Make Luna great again.
Got some algos running this some bitch. Huh. About to drop out of this weekly. Tight monthly, drop below the weekly. Ooh, could be ugly. I mean, is there any use case? What's going on with Luna? Is it just hanging around, dead?
Yes. I think it's just a shit coin.
Pretty much at this point.
Luna and Terra, right, where they're like trading like the couplet that they had, like 2 coins or whatever, to do that silly nonsense. And it obviously didn't work very well.
Right.
Maybe there's just somebody holding on to the bag, right, and looking for somebody to take it over, and they can walk away.
But the whole concept of it was a safe coin that it would be like it would only go up because they had like the pair with the Terra or whatever.
Oh, what was that thing? It was yeah,
it's
like the stable coin thing
or something.
Yeah, bad idea.
Bad.
Worked out well.
So well.
Great again. Say, Ron, are you one of the bag holders?
It worked out really well for whoever sold the top.
Oh shit! First, we'll make America great again. Then we'll make Luna great again. Let's take care of America first.
Yeah, like that. What was it? Like the idea was like Luna was like backed the Terra asset, right? So, and there was like a governance token. One of them was, I think Luna was a governance token for users, and they could like vote on, what would happen with Terra.
Dude, I remember the first time I read about it. Remember, like the website, and it explained everything. I got done reading it all, and I was like, how do you say I'm a Ponzi without saying you're a Ponzi?
Yeah, and it was like it was not it was in the same time frame as that other safe coin going. It will only go up. What was that? The Safe Moon. Anytime they try to pitch you on an asset that they say will only go up because we have a smart algorithm that only trades the other assets or whatever, or, figures out how to make money from trading other assets. Like that's not a use case. That's just garbage. That's a joke.
Win zero again.
But hey, they have believers. They have fans who think it's true. Okay, well, good for them. I hope they enjoy getting wrecked.
Yeah, this one's even funnier. Let me see something. This motherfucker's still.
Whoever's holding those bags, yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say to them. Like, if you had, whatever is a lot to you, if you had a lot in there and you saw it started to fall, and you just kept holding it,
I'm looking
like
at
the 10,000 other shit coins that dumped after they pumped.
I'm looking at BitConnect.
I don't know what to tell you.
BitConnect finally died fully. That thing hung around
BitConnect?
forever.
No,
getting-
remember it came back, and there was
Oh,
even
yeah.
a second one, BitConnect too. But like BitConnect, weirdly enough, came back, and then there was like a bunch of people making fake ones and
Fucking
clones
insane,
and stuff.
man. Insane.
But that poor guy, BitConnect, that
Carlos,
guy, he
what
like
was
his
his
life
name?
got wrecked.
Carlos
Yeah, his life
Mata.
got ruined. He like lost. On a
BitConnect.
personal level, you know, you can sympathize with the guy
Crazy.
a little bit because he was just paid to shill a coin. All right, whatever. Like bad, but I don't think somebody's life should necessarily get wrecked. But then again, a lot of people they shilled to, their life got wrecked too. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't really feel too bad for him, but I do have sympathy for a guy who, you know, went out there pretty much as a spokesperson for like at a conference, and his life got wrecked from it, and he became a joke of a, you know, a meme and everything else. It's like
All the
sad.
like
It's-
multi-level marketing gurus in the States jumped on that thing.
oh man, yeah, that thing was such a scam.
All their little conferences and all that shit. You got
Yeah.
a coin out there having conferences, hyping up the troops, and you don't think that's a freaking Ponzi. Oh my God.
Yeah, when you literally have like effectively like OnlyFans or webcam style girls just going on talking about my investments in crypto today.
Dude,
You got to be
crazy.
kidding me! You're taking advice from somebody who doesn't know front from back.
The golden age of crypto. the good old days.
It's crazy. I mean,
Jeez,
sure,
man.
Wild West and everything, but if you're taking advice from people who just don't have a clue, just because they look cute on camera or something, which a lot of people did,
Yeah.
that's insane. That's just insane. And the result is what happened. You know?
Exactly.
This thing will make you, what was it, like 2% a day or something crazy?
Dude, something
Sure.
ridiculous.
Okay. Automatically make you 2% because of our algorithm. I mean, come on.
Right.
There was no algorithm, of course, and it was just all BS. And it was just a total scam.
Yeah. I remember somebody wanted me
Ponzi
to get in.
schemes galore.
Some girls trying to get me into it. I was like, oh really? I was like, well, you'll have to come do a job interview on the casting couch. Never heard from her. Never heard from her again.
That's you know, they were doing that on their YouTube channels basically, right? They were like,
yeah, man,
enticing simps to buy into this total scam just based on utter nonsense. Like, you got to be kidding me! Like, putting money into some Ponzi like that is just sad.
Yeah.
You know, and then people will say, oh, Bitcoin's a Ponzi. No, okay, if Bitcoin is a Ponzi, literally name a currency that isn't. There's no, I mean, every asset traded is, you know, you could argue is traded on the greater fool theory. Every asset, because the point of buying an asset is to sell it at a higher price. The point of selling an asset is to buy it back at a lower price, right? Or to cash out at a lower price. So there isn't, by definition, every asset is a greater fool theory operating. And but if you look at the underlying thing that makes Bitcoin what it is, it's math. It's a mathematical protocol, which is why it is so powerful as a decentralized currency. I mean, really, when you come down to it, like fiat is all nonsense because governments can print whatever they want, so it's a total joke. And they're backed by the power of their guns. That's the only thing that backs it. And you could say, well, the power of the gun is quite powerful. Yes, the power of the gun is quite powerful, but it doesn't mean it's a good asset. It just means they're brute forcing their citizens to use a thing that may or may not have any real value. Whereas Bitcoin is just math. Doesn't care. Doesn't have politics. Doesn't have ideology involved. It's just math. It's like, you don't like the math. I don't really care. You don't have to like the math. It works. It's decentralized, and the number of people who run nodes and do other things to secure the network, the more hash power involved, the stronger it is, and the more people try to attack it, the more resilient it becomes. You know, it's at the point now, since many years already, since like half of its lifetime practically, that no single government on earth has enough hash power, not even the U.S., to take down that whole network. And you could say, okay, well, maybe the U.S. could, in theory, invest enough to do that. Yeah, sure they could, but they don't, and they haven't. And by the way, even if they did, the solutions to that already exist, right? What would happen is the Bitcoin core would just literally switch its SHA-256 to a different algorithm, right? And basically make the cryptographic signature difficulty different. And you'd have whoever would hack it, whoever would steal, quote unquote, all the Bitcoin, would be stealing effectively what is a dead network as soon as the real Bitcoin network goes back online with a different cryptographic algorithm. So they could maybe get 5 minutes of glory until the network decides, yeah, this is garbage, we're switching, and it's all in place already. People don't even know that, but like if you're a miner, if you're part of the Bitcoin core, if you're a serious miner, or you're part of the Bitcoin core development team, you know this, and it's not like there's literally not a government or even a small group of governments on earth who could, even major powers, who could get together and try to take it over, and it would be the end of Bitcoin. It just wouldn't happen because the Bitcoin network would just go live again with a different algorithmic signature, and they would not be able to crack it so easily. It would take them a long time and more hash power than they have, etc.
Yeah.
So that's why it's an amazingly powerful protocol.
Yeah, now they're building all these quantum resistant freaking algos, right?
Yeah, well, there's plenty of algos, man, that are definitely quantum resistant. Absolutely, they already exist, but like they don't need to get there because most quantum computers are not tasked to do something like that.
Yeah.
And even if they were, like you said, they got like you got quantum resistant algorithms that exist. So it's not a thing. Trying to take down the Bitcoin network, there's no reward to a thief of Bitcoin. There's just no reward if you try to actually take over the network. You won't get a reward from it. Your money will be your Bitcoins will be worth nothing because they'll be on an old dead network that nobody uses. And the real network will continue to survive just with harder algorithms. So it's like, yeah, it's also not in the interest of governments, right? The no reward concept. Like it's not in the interest of governments, even who have fiat and who haven't even legalized Bitcoin in their territory. It's not in their interest to take down Bitcoin. Why? Because usually a lot of their top people already have a bunch of Bitcoin. What are they going to take down the thing that they have millions of dollars in? I don't think so. Yeah. So there I am ranting about Bitcoin.
We rant.
No, but crypto is cool, man. Like, it's an amazing device. Plus, governments love Bitcoin because of the transparency of the ledger, right?
Yep.
Like all that Silk Road stuff, right? They would have never caught 90% or more of the people that they caught for the past transactions that they looked at if it weren't for the fact that Bitcoin has a public ledger. So while they're sitting there bitching and moaning, oh, the cryptos are a criminal coin and this and that, they used Bitcoin to find the people that did the illegal things. So it's completely ridiculous and bogus. I mean, you ask the FBI what do they think of Bitcoin, they freaking love it. They're like, I wish fiat was this easy to trace.
Oh yeah.
Out
of one side of their mouth, they're like, crypto's only for criminals because it can't be tracked.
Right.
Then out of the other side, they're like, hey, crypto's on the public ledger. We can track it. We're gonna find these criminals.
FBI, DEA, ATF, those guys love it. And I mean, how many Bitcoins have they confiscated because of the public ledger?
Yeah.
The U.S. is like one of the biggest holders in the world.
They stole it all
because of confiscations.
They stole all the Bitcoin.
Yeah, they literally did, and now they have, and half of them are on Coinbase now.
Yeah,
it's just ridiculous.
So BTC is about to push top of this daily range, 35,250.
Whoop whoop.
Got that cross on the 15-minute right there, and the 9-minute wave trend. Come on, you little shit. Populate. Don't leave me hanging. There we go. It's at 35,235 right now. And when you're this far outside the power mean band, yeah, there was a lot of bull div. A lot of bull div. A lot of hidden bear setting up too. It'll still be, if you get up the wave trend, yeah, I don't know, man. That gets up to wave trend.
Yeah, you should pull up the volatility starter chart.
Volatility starter. I got it.
For the same time frame.
On the 9-minute?
Sure, 9 or 15 or whatever you got.
Yeah, for the 15 minute. I'm even on. Holy shit. What is this? Populating. Crude oil, huh? Yeah, we don't want crude oil. Crude is working its way down. It's like a power mean band rundown. What is happening? Populate, you little shit. Oh, I'm literally sitting here waiting for my power mean band to populate. I forgot what chart I loaded. It's not on this one. But we can go right to Bitcoin. And we can go right to a 15 minute. Yay!
Yeah. Yeah, 15 minutes. I mean, it's great. The reason I asked you to put it up is because I know we have some people who use it, but also there's like anybody who might be watching on the stream. Like, if you're wondering what the volatility starter chart looks like,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
know how to use this thing, I mean, you will learn the fundamentals of trading this way, and
Yes,
it will
sir.
be once you know this, once you get these tendencies. The primary thing is to know what's going on the right side of the screen there with the volatility
Minutes.
and the Pearson correlation, and then the ALR, which is the bottom left of the screen,
Yeah.
and then the AVQ above it. Right. Once you know those three sets of indicators, it's really four indicators, but the AVP and the ATPC act as one. So once you learn those three sets of indicators, you will understand the fundamentals of how and why we trade this way. And then it's kind of a no-brainer if you want to be trading this way. Then once you have a handle and you know the tendencies, it's a no-brainer to try like the 2-week free trial. And then if you decide, once you the 2-week free trial will give you a taste of like these indicators you see on the live stream. You'll see them, you'll be able to use them, and you'll see just how powerful they are. And then it's like, okay, if you really want to trade this way, obviously upgrade, get a first subscriber. But the point is, and if you don't, that's fine too. But the point is, our whole goal, right, why we do this, is we want you to learn these fundamentals at least for free, right? So that you can see for yourself just how powerful it is to trade volatility properly. And again, it's free to learn this stuff, and it's just the taste, it's the sample, but it's the fundamentals of the whole thing. It's all based on the volatility and the correlation and the returns, right? All based on that. Once you understand that, the rest of the tools are much, much easier to use. Much, much easier to use. But the thing is, you just got to learn those tendencies. And there's only 6 of them to learn.
Yeah.
Can you remember 6 things? It's really that simple. Can you remember 6 things? And you don't even have to remember them. We literally have a chart. You can look at it, or whatever you want to document it. You can look at it. It's written there in black and white. You just stare at it and look at it and understand what's going to keep it next to your chart and see what it's doing. And it's telling you literally what it's doing. Kind of amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, candle by candle, you can go for it. You can go look at candle by candle. You can see when it's flashing, after it flashes, when expansion, volatility is expanding, correlation's expanding, the price goes up. When correlation is dropping and you have expanding volatility, price goes down, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, there's only 6 tendencies, like I said. They're not that hard to memorize. So, anyway,
And
thanks for showing that chart. I just wanted to remind people who are watching this who are new, like, this is what you get when you sign up for free to the Volatility Starter Pack.
Mm-hmm.
It is incredibly powerful. You show me a TA chart that shows you anything close to this useful. I dare you. I challenge you. I'd love to see it. No, it doesn't exist.
AVQ getting ready to cross down here on the what am I on 90 minute? Look at the ALR too. All over lows. It's cooking. Yeah. Good indicator to start working on the divergence.
Yeah, amazing.
100%.
I mean, that thing is amazing for scalps, the ALR. It's just sweet as hell. You want to talk about divergences, man, ALR is sweet for low time frames for trades. I mean, I use it on 1 minute. No problem. It's fantastic. And AVQ, you want to talk about a thing that can tell you when to be, like, when to be in a move and stay in it and when to get out? That thing is damn good. It is highly directional.
Yeah.
Highly, highly, highly directional.
And look at the daily, right? You get and here's what we're talking about, the divergence. You get this big daily candle right here. Look at the laser returns. This is the returns up above the 3SD band. Look, higher high, higher high. Look at the laser returns. Lower high, pullback, boom, boom.
Yep.
Which was from where?
Yep.
About 34.8, about $1,500. $1,500. But now look at these last 3 bullish candles, all higher highs. So we're getting this pullback right here. It's just, you're getting a lower low right now. It's just setting up hidden. setting up hidden bull right now. And considering this pullback that we're having wasn't on bear, I mean, if you go all the way back here, it was obviously you're still getting lower highs. I want to see what happens with tomorrow as well, or where this closes today, for sure.
Yep.
Everything
Yeah, and you're
is
right at the first standard deviation below right now.
Yeah.
That is a meaningful place.
Hmm.
And notice where all these standard deviations make moves, right? Where all these moves on the ALR make moves, where the price action follows. It's pretty much always at a standard deviation, right? It's very rarely just somewhere in between randomly.
Yeah.
It's always at or very close to a standard deviation.
And if you
There's
look
a
at
reason for
the
that.
volatility on the right side, right? Like if you look at the volatility on the right side and just test it to where you saw a squash volatility range to an expansion, and then look at what the price did, it'll allow you to get into a position for pumps and dumps. Absolutely let you do it.
Yep.
Here's what I want to
That's
see
the
if
power.
BTC makes another run here during this week. Because look at the ALR. This thing's barely budged. But look at the AVQ.
Yeah, and you're on the weekly, right? Zoom out a little bit on that side of the chart that you're on. Just zoom out so you can see like the last year before that FTX dump. Look at that. Look at that FTX dump.
Yep.
Look at that thing. Okay. What is it telling you? It's telling you in what was it, November, right? When it had that big dump. What happened?
Tight.
It walked over sideways, and the AVQ was telling you we're still not in go mode.
Mm-mm.
As soon as the AVQ said go, you would have been in on the entire move from 16.6 all the way to like, if you got out right when it said go, dump it again, 29.071. All right. And that's if you were just trading super long high time frames on a weekly. You would have made almost 100% move on that just because you would have missed the very, very top. And that's only if you would have missed it because you didn't pay attention to the ALR or the volatility. Right. But if you just used the AVQ, that AVQ would have nailed you like 95% gains on just that move after the dump from FTX. And then when it was percolating like 8 weeks and people were like, oh, Bitcoin's never going to move again. And then sure enough, come end of the year, beginning of the new year, boom, that thing shot up. And the AVQ was telling you, go.
Who's got the same ringtone as me? Somebody got the same ringtone. Let me see here. I'm looking at my phone. Got me all confused. Yeah, look at this. Let me see here. Yeah, you gotta love the AVQ. That was down. That one was down. And that crossed down. Let me see this bad boy.
And I can't tell it doesn't work just for BTC. It works for SPY too. You could tell that SPY was going to go on a bull run way back in March with AVQ, and you could tell that SPY was going to dump and go into the downward direction that it is going, in just on the same criteria.
Total beaut. Total beaut. Yeah, I wanted to see something. I saw what I needed to see. Yeah. This is the chart you guys get for free. All you gotta do is come in the Discord and request it. Open up a support ticket. I just noticed what time it was. We got to get the heck out of here. Take one more peek here. What's BTC doing? Hovering around that 1SD. Hovering around the daily 1SD in the bottom side of the daily range. Kind of look like seeing one at a pop again up at about $250. Don't know. $350 now. We'll see what happens. See how it plays out. This is why we're up here. What, 15 minutes? I mean, guys, come on now. Scalp those low time frames. The moves are all there.
You know what? I just noted this real quick on the AVQ. So on the weekly AVQ, you had the cross at Thursday, September 28th. That's for the downward direction. If you go back to the daily time frames on the UPM, which is on the paid package, right?
Oh, there's Solana.
It's that'll give you the cross between the reverse wave trend and the Fisher was September 25th, right? So it's like you have two indicators, one pre, one pay, that are telling you, hey, the market is going into a sort of dump mode, right? So it all works together. All the math is there.
That was my ringtone, Bobo.
I like it. Jesus,
That-
look at
that's
That was
Solana.
my mac
The
and
good old
cheese.
days when Solana was $250. Hello. Doing something different. Doing something
Yeah.
different.
By the way, the way you set alarms, to answer the question, is you literally just like right click on your chart, ECM. You right click on your chart, and you click the add alert, and then you can set which alert you want to set on which indie, etc.
Jeez. Look at this little shit.
There's a number of different alerts you can set. Like you right click on an indicator, right? Like on one of the indicator panels or an indicator on the main chart or whatever, and then you can apply that alert.
Oh, look at this little sly little dog. Or on the weekly. Change that to a higher one. Man, I kept you out of all that chop. All right, let's get off here. All right, guys. Thanks for all the support in the Discord and on TradingView. Link to the Discord's in the description of all the videos. Come join us. Open a support ticket. Request a free Volatility starter pack that you literally just saw. Yeah, Dakota. Little Medal of Honor winner here. Listen to his story. Guy went through literal hell. But anyway, yeah, here we go. Let's get some action here. Maybe these babies.
As you can see, it appears that we are going down.
Let's get those monthly ranges. If it's going to happen. Let's do it. I'm all for it. Trust me. I was just seeing what both BTC and Solana before the monthly range. They're both dicking around with the high, with the top side of that monthly. So it'd be interesting. There's a lot of people over leveraged alongside, so it wouldn't surprise me at all. See some liquidations. This thing starts dumping out. All right, we'll be back. Last trading day, we didn't cover a lot of traditional markets today. Hey, man, a lot of volatility in crypto. What are you going to do? We'll definitely, for the close tomorrow, we'll focus a little more on traditional markets too. Maybe have a weekend stream. I don't know. I'm busy as hell. We'll get back up. Yep, got a call coming in. Gotta go. Peace, boys.
Yeah.